Right, hello, I'm in Watford, in the lower part of Watford. Back that way is Watford Arches, bushy arches really, properly, you can see. And this is a rather incredible survivor. It's a Georgian house that had been restored a few years ago, but it stood right next to gasworks, which is why this wall was there. Gasworks has long since gone, and there's now a German supermarket on the site. So a little bit out my normal northwest London area, but I mean I'm just on the periphery because this is it's Hertfordshire, but it's close enough. But I don't really have to worry too much about because the video channel title is no longer Northwest London Time Machine, too restricting. So busy first thing in the morning, well, sort of 9 o'clock-ish anyway. I'm just down here to get something from Hobbycraft, but I thought it's a good opportune moment to shoot a bit of video. Very dicey here. Oh, the green man says yes. Now, you've probably been through Watford. Watford can be seen as being rather unremarkable, but there's a lot of interesting things, especially in the lower part of Watford and into Bushy. Lots of lovely old buildings. And that's the case in point, that one over there, which is George Ausden's Scrap Metals and Recycling. They've been there a long time. Since 1901 they've occupied those buildings, and there's lots of old signage in there which they've stuck at the back now so it's less vulnerable. Now that's a really long-lasting business. I've known Watford since 1976 when I was a kid, and that's been there all that time and before that. A whole 75 years before that. So this ring road wasn't here when I was a kid. Watford, if you've ever been through Watford, you know what it's like. It's trying to go down the high street. You wait for ages for the traffic lights to change. Also prone to flooding at times. Waiting for the lights to change. Come on. Right, back again now. After that delay. So this is Ausden's, or Ausden's, or however you want to pronounce it. It's a real survivor. Trying to get to the so you can see inside it. Can't go in obviously, but yeah, there you go. Look. And it's a proper business, running all the time, doing metal recycling and all sorts of stuff. Cannot speak more highly of companies like that. Just keep going, keep going. It's a rare thing. Right, so back again. As you can see, there's that big supermarket. That's where the gasworks used to be, sort of town gas. And there's probably nothing really more remarkable to point out here, because so much of this area has been redeveloped, this lower part of the high street. Although there is some actually very nice buildings which I'm going to get to in a second, so hold on. So this is Century Retail Park. I didn't even know it was called that. And this obviously popped up, I'd assume, in the late 1990s, because if it's called Century, I guess you can say it's the 21st century. No idea what was here. A lot of the stuff down the bottom end of the high street was industrial. There was lots of car showrooms. There still are a couple. But the building I'm coming up to now is particularly interesting. It's called the Pump House. It's an arts venue now, but it was originally a pumping station for the town. Because this part of Watford is where the River Colne, I think, flows through. At the bottom, it's always been prone to flooding in the past, and there's lots of old pictures of the lower part of Watford flooded, because Watford's really, the town itself is up the hill a bit. So this rather lovely Victorian pumping station building, as you can see, another great survivor. Let's just see the front of it, shall we? There you go. You better see that. I can't because the sun's in my eyes. A lovely little set of industrial buildings, so sort of crossover for me, the bit of industry, because industry's not always manufacturing, of course. There's all the bits to do with, you know, making things happen in loose terms. So it's a nice sunny morning. I think that really concludes my video, because I am now near Hobbycraft, where I can go and get some black card. Yes. Thank you for watching.